The world of the deaf, a silent one where communication is visual, accessibility is a struggle, and where your eyes are your ears. For decades, the outcry of persons with hearing loss has been, "Please hear us." The opportunities for deaf people to empower themselves were few, occupational training for them non-existent. Amongst other vital issues, these are some of the reasons the National Institute for the Deaf renders much needed services to all persons with hearing loss throughout Africa. The caring, educating and stimulating of deaf babies and toddlers are extremely important to ensure a solid foundation for future development. Through Bambanani Daycare Centre, NID does early intervention and detection of babies and toddlers with hearing loss, whilst providing these babies with a secure, accessible and deaf-friendly environment. Education is empowerment. The youth is our future. Ever heard of these sayings? Well, the same applies to persons with hearing loss, except for them the process to empowerment and the road to the future requires unique and accessible education and services. At Delabat School for the Deaf, children have the access to equal education. Here, they are educated in a manner that is appropriate, understandable, and the classes and information is in an accessible format. NID College is the first of its kind in Africa. At NID College, we believe in education, training and empowerment of deaf people according to their special needs, thus enabling them to achieve their full potential. The ever-changing world and adverse effect of unemployment necessitates deaf people having more specific occupational skills training. Since NID College opened in 2001, the lives of deaf students has changed tremendously, as they not only got a qualification to assist with employment, but NID College also has a 90% job placement success rate. Once again, students are empowered in an accessible environment that caters for their unique needs. NID also has a multi-disabled adult deaf care department, Lewensruimte. This is a mini village consisting of group homes, single units and protective, accessible workshops focusing on multi-disabled deaf adults throughout South Africa. Here, they have unique, accessible residential care, a supportive therapeutic community to improve quality of life and well-being, and to create a safe and secure deaf-friendly environment. At the Multi-Disabled Adult Care Unit, we also emphasize the importance of job creation and skills development, which is made available for residents and daycare clients from the community. These products made by the disabled are sold from the NID Deaf market. As people get older, we often lose our hearing and then get isolated from the rest of your family and deprived from effective and efficient care.
So Dylan, are you enjoying your computer so far?
Yes, yeah, I'm enjoying my computer, yeah, and I think the price was good. Yeah.
That's good, that's good. So Mom, did you hear about Dylan's new computer?
What? What? Mom, my computer!
Never mind, she doesn't hear us anyway. So how was your meeting?
It was very good.
That's good.
This is why NID's Elderly Deaf Care provides accessible communication services to elderly deaf. This is done in a safe and secure deaf-friendly environment with accessible medical services to elderly deaf residents. Growing up, deaf people face the same challenges as hearing people, with the additional challenge of adjustment in a predominantly hearing world of languages that is based on sound and therefore the most part is inaccessible to them. Thus, from their early years, deaf people are confronted with enormous communication barriers, inequalities and discrimination. It prevents them from fully participating in life and decision-making that has to do with their daily life. The vision of NID Academy: to be a world-class network of knowledge and expertise in the interest of persons with hearing loss and related communication barriers in South Africa and other countries on the African continent, is achieved through its production department, social competency model, promotion, education and awareness, sign language and lip speaking training, and other vital services. Most deaf people cannot read the Bible, as it is written in a hearing, linear language, whereas sign language is a three-dimensional visual language with its own structure that cannot be written. It is not possible for a deaf person to attend a hearing church service, as there is no way in which we can follow the preacher. Even with an interpreter, it is still difficult to follow the message of a hearing minister, because the language and culture of the deaf person is so profoundly different from their hearing counterparts. In 2006, DCMA was established and became the only training facility where deaf people can study to become ministers or pastors for the deaf in Africa. People from all denominations can be trained at DCMA in a practical and deaf-friendly way. Upon completion, they are ordained as pastors or ministers for the deaf by their particular denomination. Through these pastors or ministers, deaf people finally have access to the Word of God. Spiritual care is also provided to deaf persons through the 2 deaf-friendly churches.
Through these unique and essential services the NID renders, we aim to achieve one goal: to unlock the full potential of every person with hearing loss. Let us be courageous enough to address the need, honorable enough to implement and respect the human rights of deaf people, and brave enough to say, I can make the difference.